respect for the armed forces. A lot of people would say that that is disappearing. And this topic keeps coming up every few months. It's come up once again because of the government cap on the educational grant given to the families of martyrs, of soldiers, or to those who left the armed forces with disabilities, or those who are missing. Why does this issue keep coming back, particularly the issue of a cap on educational grant? Because the amount of money is not very much. It was just 15 crores which has been spent in a little more than 3 years for the army itself. And considering the massive budgets, and considering the fact that this was announced shortly after the 1971 war as a mark of recognition and tribute to the families of soldiers who had been killed, why would this government, why would any government take steps against the army? Joining us now to look at this, Colonel Anil Kaul. He is a Veer Chakra winner. He availed of this particular scheme. Both his daughters were educated, and he left the army early after he lost his eye and he lost an arm in Sri Lanka fighting. Lieutenant General Shankar Prasad was the Director General of Infantry of the Indian Army. Wing Commander Vinod Neb is a war veteran as well. He was awarded the Veer Chakra not once but twice, in the 65 war and the 71 war. He speaks repeatedly, very often, on the issue of honour in the armed forces. Sandeep Singh, who speaks for the BJP, also with us, not an official spokesperson, unofficially, and Shailaja Chandra, the former Chief Secretary, Delhi, joins us as well. Ma'am, let me come to you first, because the sense is that this was a bureaucratic decision, a decision taken by the 7th Pay Commission, but a decision that needed to have been vetted. Was this a simple bureaucratic mistake? Because nobody in the armed forces community seems to believe that that was the case.
To me, it sounds like a very mechanical kind of an exercise of trying to save money and trying to put a cap because you think that, you know, too much money is being spent in a, maybe there had been some sort of inflation somewhere, somebody may have got away with asking for too much. But when all is said and done, this is such a sensitive subject. This is something which should have really been put up to a minister before you even thought of doing it. Even if the Pay Commission did it, it's true you accept Pay Commission recommendations, but this sort of recommendation hurts people. It hurts the armed forces. And I think more than anything else, coupled with education, coupled with the fact that most of the soldiers die when they're about 35, their children would be hardly 10 years old or 12. Are you going to deny them what? I mean, yes, they will get the salary that the soldier had, but that doesn't make up for the loss of a father.
Okay.
So I think this is such a small thing when you pay, as you said, in lakhs and lakhs of crores are spent on the defense. What is this? This is nothing.
General
Once
Shankar
having
Prasad,
given it, it shouldn't have been taken back.
General Shankar Prasad, this is you know, one instance, and perhaps this is going to be reversed, but it's one in a series of steps which many in the ex-servicemen's community feel has gone against them. Of late, there has been the entire issue of parity in ranks between bureaucrats, those in the Defence Ministry, and the armed forces. Before that, there was the entire issue of rations. Prior to that, there was the issue of one rank OROP, one rank, one pension, one pay. But you know, I mean, so many issues. What is this all linked? Is this a part of trying to put down the armed forces?
Yes, partially you are absolutely correct. But it's amazing. It's like, it's actually ironical today, Vishnu, that on an armed forces flag day, the RM goes to the nation on television appealing to people to contribute towards Veterans Fund and towards the Fund for Widows. And this is the time when some bureaucratic order or a government order says cap the education allowance. It's not a question of 4 crores, 40 crores or 100 crores. It's a question of emotions. It's a question of what the nation has committed to the soldier, sailor and airman of the Indian Armed Forces, to say that if a soldier, sailor and airman is martyred in the line of duty, it will be the nation's responsibility to look after his family for the rest of their lives as long as that person would have lived. You cannot bring that fellow back to life. But what the nation commits is that we will look after the family, you go and save the nation, you look after his security. And now you start capping. What does it mean? It means absolutely ridiculous statement. Look, if what I would look at is, it's not a question of money. It's a question of looking after that person who's given his life in the line of duty.
Yep.
If his children are educating at a certain level, if his children and are being educated at a certain position, they must continue. Not only that, if he is driving a car, the car must continue to be with his family, or a scooter, or a cycle, or the kind of accommodation. We are committed to see that this family is compensated, because life cannot bring back, that at least the material benefits of life are not denied to him or his family.
Colonel
there is a
Anil
case when some lady turns around and say,
I'm sorry, General, I'm interrupting.
my son used to drink Bonvita and I can't give her Bonvita anymore.
Yeah.
Now what kind of looking after are we doing? So issue is not this. Issue is not about money. Issue is not about the way the government is periodically, as you've narrated all the incidents, where they're downgrading us. The question is, you are committed to look after soldiers, sailors and airmen who stand in the line of duty and sacrifice their lives.
General, I'm interrupting because I've got little time left. There was that breaking news in the beginning of the show. Colonel Anil Kaul, you know, when you joined the armed forces, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you joined because you felt part of a system of honor. When you left the army, you left with your head held high because you felt your honor remained. How is this for you, sir, less an issue of 10,000 rupees or 15,000 rupees and more an issue of your honor being targeted?
Vishnu, very, very aptly put question. Firstly, I'd like to correct everybody here. There is no changing of funds. Nobody, no beneficiary gets any funds in his hand. The bills are processed by the institution direct to AG's branch, and AG's branch pays them directly. So I don't get any money out of this. Secondly, what is the quantum? The lady mentioned that somebody may have got away with it. My daughter studied in school in Kendriya Vidyalaya, where the fees was 15 rupees. I didn't even claim that. So there is a question of honor, which is that for having done whatever I did, I don't say I did a hell of a damn job, but whatever I did, I got recognition. I got a gallantry award, and somebody said that my children should get free education. Now, the operative word in that letter, which is hurting, is that it is not cost effective. As the armed forces become cost effective, is the man behind the gun become cost effective? And you have narrated 5, 6, there are 7, 8 other points which have surfaced in the last 3 weeks. And they are all related to cost effectiveness. The man behind the gun cannot be related to, this is not a corporate organization. There is no question of cost effective. And the sad part is, I'm sorry, General Prasad, my school type, is on this program, but the generals should have put their foot down and said, we are not issuing this letter. Why was this letter issued in the first place?
Wing Commander Neb, you know, let me be, you know, I feel very closely for this particular cause, but let me be the devil's advocate. Let me turn this around and say that at the end of the day, it is an issue of finances, and 4 crores or 15 crores is something that makes a difference. There are finite funds. So when you are confronted by this argument, how would you respond, Wing Commander?
No, first and foremost, I will just keep the money out of the whole game.
Okay.
Why? Because we need to understand that the psyche of a soldier is totally different. That's what makes the difference between the civilian and the soldier. One has to understand that. And what is being done is systematically is being broken down. I don't know for what reasons. You see, the Loha of this forge was known world over, and it still is, till today. But these very people, if you remember the words of Captain Batra, तिरंगा दुश्मन की छाती में गाड़ते हैं और जब झंडा लहराता है फौजी की सांसों से लहराता है, अगर नहीं लहराता उसमें लिपट के घर आता है. He told his mother, Captain Batra, come I will. Where was it coming from? The strength comes from, his Josh comes from the love, from the pride he carries. And you want to convert everything into money? And especially if a thing which has been given to a person, if you take it away, is very bad. is bad for the morale, is bad. The psyche is being broken. And that's what makes the soldier, and you are trying to break that slowly? I don't understand. You see, I don't understand the dichotomy between the BJP and what translates. BJP has all the good intent which I have seen. PM goes and spends his good time with soldiers and shows that he is for the cause. Generally, sure, he is. But on the ground, it does not translate. Look at the dichotomy which further goes down. OROP, they say they have given it. The credit should have been given to the government. It has not been given because it has not been completely done correctly.
Commander, I'm completely out of time. I want to go across to Sandeep Singh. You made your point very effectively, sir. Mr. Singh, is there anything that the government can do to justify this? And what I don't understand is, okay, let's assume for a moment that a mistake has been made. I mean, the pay commission was huge and this file was put up, they didn't apply their minds and they passed it. Why is this not instantly rectified? Why is this not, I mean, you can have meeting after meeting, procedure after procedure. Why is this not instantly rectified? Okay, we made a mistake, let's fix the mistake. How much time does it take?
Well, I guess how much time it will take, somebody from government would have been in a better position to answer. I agree, it should not have happened in the first place. I like to mention two more points. It's not that government is completely ignoring. Armed forces deserve much better than this. But I like to point your attention to two decisions that have been taken last fortnight itself. One was that the widows, if they get remarried, their pension was stopped. Now that rule has been waived off. And what I read again last week, that the gallantry award, there was for lack of a better word, there was a compensation amount which has been doubled, and it should be more. So government is taking care of wherever they can, and there are certain oversights. I am sure they will look into it and rectify it in the future. It should not happen.
10 times. Your government promised 10 times the award. You just doubled it. Correct yourself, sir. Your government in your manifesto promised 10 times the award. You just given double the award.
Would you like to respond to that, Sandeep?
So please get your homework ready.
If I may just add here.
One second, Wing Commander. Let Sandeep reply, because this was according to the Colonel in your manifesto. You would gallantry award winners would get 10 times the amount. It's just been doubled.
Okay. On that part, I'm sure again that the government needs to look into it. If they have promised, then they should stand by it and deliver it.
You may not have the facts on this, but I'm going to wrap up this program on that note by just talking about these numbers, because the numbers of the amount given every month is a bit of a joke. A Shaurya Chakra winner used to get 3,000 rupees, he now gets 6,000 rupees. A Veer Chakra winner, like the Wing Commander, of course, he's a Veer Chakra twice over, so he gets twice the amount, but somebody who gets it once was getting only 3,500 rupees, that's gone up to 7,000 rupees. Kirti Chakra 4,500 to 9,000. Paramveer Chakra, how many people win a Paramveer Chakra? Hardly ever, right? Because it's given during battles and wars. Ashok Chakra, yes. Ashok Chakra, which is the highest peacetime gallantry award, was only 6,000 rupees, and that's gone up to 12,000 rupees. I mean, even if you look at it from the standpoint of money, this is nothing, this jump. Nonetheless, it's an issue that's not been solved. Hopefully the government will reverse this educational grant issue. I'd like to thank all of you very much for joining us and apologize for not having you on longer, but there was breaking news earlier on in the program. Thank you, ma'am, very much for being with us.